Good morning. I am Sarah Pettick with Noble Invention Bike Touring, and today I'm going to be riding the George S. Mickelson Trail in South Dakota. Over the years, our riders have asked whether they should ride the Mickelson or whether we're going to do a tour on it. So while we won't be doing a self-guided tour here, I did at least want to do a video, and we can learn together what the trail is like, and you can see if it's something that you want to come out and ride as well. The Mickelson Trail starts in Deadwood, South Dakota and runs to Edgemont, and we are riding through the Black Hills area just to the west of Rapid City, South Dakota. It's a beautiful hilly area. You can see it's a gorgeous sunny day, so I have great weather for it. It is a rail trail, so I've been told that there is no greater than about a 4% grade. I know that there are it does rise and then fall and rise and fall, so we will learn how much the grade actually is. The trail itself opened in 1998, and it is on the Rails to Trails Hall of Fame. So I know it's a beautiful ride, and I'm going to be doing it here over 2 days with one overnight camping out. I'm looking forward to it, and I'm glad to take you along. So let's get started. The Kirk Trailhead, and it is an important one for me to talk to you because apparently there are two options here for how to ride the trail. Essentially everything goes to the same place, so you're going to go to the same place, but you have two ways to do it. What I'm going to call the main line, which is this one here, which is essentially what you would have come in on. It looks like the biggest one, it looks like a road. That is probably the most used. I believe it's slightly less of a grade, and it kind of runs around to the Sugarloaf Trailhead. The way I'm going to go, which is kind of through this parking lot, and there's going to be a gate at it, but it's also part of the trail, bypasses the Sugarloaf Trailhead. So I'm going to go this way, and we'll see how it goes. Okay, so I am at the top of that route, the climbing alternate route that I took out of the Kirk Trailhead, and it was absolutely beautiful. It was gorgeous. I really enjoyed it. Definitely the first half was like a moderate grade, but the second half did have that steepness to it. If you like a challenge, or if you like climbing, definitely feel free to do that route. The main route I'm sure is fine, and I hope that you can see the sign behind me. If you were on that main route through the Sugarloaf Trailhead, you're just continuing straight at this point, so you would have seen like a downhill off to your left, so don't do that, just continue straight. For those of you that would do the alternate route like I did, you're coming up this last little hill part, and then you see the sign, and we're going to make this left and continue south to the left. part of the trail is much better than the first part. I knew it was going to be climbing out of Deadwood, and it was. It's just, you know, you just take your pace, and then now I've had a very good, I don't know, at least 5 minutes of basically coasting down. So, hey, pretty good start to the trail. We've been on downhill all the way into Hill City, and I'm going to stop at that trailhead and then make my way into Hill City for some dinner, and then going to find some camping for the night. I just finished dinner in Hill City, and so now I'm back at the Hill City Trailhead, and I'm going to continue on a little while and then find a place to camp for the night. And there is water here. It's back there, so there's a place to fill up your bottle, which is probably the first one, honestly, that I've found along the trail so far. I am at the Oreville, what do they call it? Oreville Trail Stop or Oreville Rest Stop. Sorry, it's the end of the day. You could camp here. There is an area off to the side here where clearly people have cleared it out, and you could camp. You are right next to the road, so depending on what time you're rolling in and what your comfort level is, you may or may not want to be here, but clearly you could camp here. There was a similar trail stop, rest stop, I think it's called Red Fern, which was just north of Hill City, about 9 miles north of Hill City at the top of that hill. So if you were riding, instead of riding Deadwood to Edgemont, if you were riding Edgemont to Deadwood and were looking for a camping spot past Hill City, I would say that would be a similar situation where there's kind of a cleared area and but no facilities. So there's no water here and there's no bathrooms, but it's cleared enough that you could camp here. If you're planning on looking for like wild camping, that maybe give you some idea of what your into if you are planning to stop at one of these trail stops. I'm actually going to keep going down the road and go onto a Forest Service road that has some dispersed camping on it. Well, after one day of riding the Mickelson Trail, I wanted to give a little bit of a review of what I've seen so far. First thing first, I will just go over my opinion, my review of what I've ridden so far, and I've certainly ridden my share of rail trails. I will say this was one of the most beautiful rail trails I've ever been on. It was incredibly gorgeous. It did not hurt that I had a bluebird day with fluffy little clouds and 70-degree weather, so I'm sure that helped, but it really is scenic and gorgeous and beautiful. I would highly recommend any portion of what I've ridden so far, and otherwise I'm looking forward to showing you the rest of the trail.